the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on last year's national champion, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The gift to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. And his throw is incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Mills. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Still running at the 35. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking. But it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. We'll see if they can do it.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're working that left side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this 1st down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pucks it out of the air. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Lacey. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Get it out on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll ride the hot hand. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Unloads it left. And wings it incomplete.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He tries to take the top off. It's caught. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Got his man on the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw again. Gets it out quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lacy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Looking to get it in. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Bringing the heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll run it. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He wants it all. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass, turning it on! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground for them so far, has his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. He's got an open man. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David. Only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, and what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Buys a little time. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, better look out! Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Got him downfield. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Iowa!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a crease. It's Braswell. Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center of the guard. The tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
After the run, now to throw. Quick completion on the out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Lacey.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw on 3rd. The short hands, it's Wells. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Zings it complete to the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab, it's Lacey. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got a man, it's Lacey. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. No good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Huskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for it. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay.
Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Nelson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier set.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by...
A lot of room to the right. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
That's caught. It's Wells. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Iowa! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Has to get there to move the sticks. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
And the Huskers are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. They'll try the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Firing toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
It's complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It'll be interesting to see what the head coach wants to do here, guys. Of course, you just got stopped trying to run the football down close on 3rd down. Now it's 4th and goal, but you're on the 2-yard line. Do you have confidence in your guys up front to get it done?
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Extending the play. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting sacked.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You've got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Leaves it with the back. Fights off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Got it behind the line. It's Mills.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Cornhuskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Lacey. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Got a little space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the catch down the right side. There he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give as they work on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on! That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. And, guys, they answer the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you play a ranked team, it gets your blood going a little bit. And you could tell they were ready to make a statement. Played a good squad. They made them look like they weren't a good squad, proving why they're ranked so high.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.